We all have conflict, all of us, no matter where we work or don't work, we all have conflict. We have conflict with siblings, we have conflict with our loved ones, our chosen life partner, we have conflict with an individual at a bus stop sometimes. And here's the weird stuff. Most of us have never had any training. How do we deal with this stuff? So where do we learn it? Do we end up just being aggressive? Because some people just are, aren't they? You're driving down the road and somebody cuts you up, you pop your horn, and before you know it, somebody's making hand gestures at you, yelling. I was in some traffic the other day and there was a guy in a van in the lane next to me, and I don't know what had happened between him and the driver in front, but this guy was incandescent with rage. And I thought, I bet he doesn't even know that person in front. And you just think, I wonder how long that is going to live with him as he moves into his day. And it was fairly early in the morning, so wow, I hope he was the type to get over things quickly, but I'm sensing, because he obviously wasn't the type to be able to deal with things in a calmer manner, and he probably isn't the type of person who can get over things really quickly. And that's our challenge. Conflict becomes all-encompassing, and we lose our sense of proportion. So I've decided we're going to do a series of videos on conflict. I can't summarize it in one little video lasting under a couple of minutes. So I'm quite deliberately going to split this into lots of tiny little pieces of advice. So if you want to get good at handling conflict, if you want to find a way to be able to get what you want from the conflict, to be able to resolve the conflict, then my suggestion is that you take a step back, think about it, and then watch some of all of my smaller videos. So here's my first piece of advice about conflict. It's not usually about what you think it's about. It's not. Usually it's about something else. It's usually that somebody has challenged how you were feeling, or how dare you, don't you know who I am? Which means it's about something else. So we always have to take a step back. So I'm going to ask you to pause. I'm going to ask you to pause. If you are having any conflict, I want you to pause for a moment and think before you react. Because what happens is our emotions get in the way and we just blurt stuff out. Or sometimes our emotions get in the way and we disappear inside of ourselves, and then the narrative in our head just goes over and over and over. So the first piece of advice is we need to pause and we need to think about what we want in the end. Not what we want in the moment, but what we want in the end. And we're going to talk about the 4 different type of goals we have when we're in any sort of conflict in one of the next videos.